Derek, do you want to kick us off, please?
Giovanni, a defeat for your team tonight. What went wrong?
Well, I mean, as you said, big defeat. I think we had a bad game. I think we weren't in the game enough to compete with Ajax. I think the level we reached in the first half against Ajax was not on the level that's needed to be competitive in Champions League. You can see the difference in movements, in passing, in thinking. I mean, that's the level we are facing in Champions League, and we weren't just good enough in the first half. In the second half, we switched to back five to get more control of the space and give less chances away. But today we face an opponent where every mistake you make, they punish you, and we did that many times today.
Gio, you made three half-time substitutes and played a very strict back five for the whole of the second half. Was that primarily tactical, or did you also have a few injuries in there?
I wanted to switch back to a five, so we changed staff because he, the last couple of days, weeks, he's struggling with injury. So that's why I decided to put Leon in, who's fresh. I think he came in excellent in the second half, and of course you want to have your speed on the wings. That's why we put Robbie in. And Ryan just as a control defensive midfielder again. But you don't want to start a game like this. You want to grow in the game. But on the ball, I think we were also very naive, and we weren't in the game for 1 minute in the first half.
David,
Giovanni. Another goal conceded from a set piece. It's been a recurring problem so far this season. What can you do to change that? Because it seems to happen week on week. They could have scored even before they scored from their first goal.
Yeah, well, it's about to win your battles. I mean, we have tall players in the zones, and I think the smallest player on the pitch blocked one of our players. It's about the desire to do everything you can to win your duels and not to be naive, and that's what we have to get out of the team, because gifting a goal like this is on this level it's very damaging.
Giovanni, back-to-back 4-0 defeats, almost unheard of for Rangers. What are the concerns, the worries over what this is going to do for the players' confidence and their belief moving forward?
Well, it's 8 goals in two games. That's too much for Rangers. So that's that can never happen. Of course, today with the opponent who was very strong in Champions League, you can lose a game, but not with so much difference if you see the way we gifted the goals. And we have to take it. We have a big game on Saturday against Aberdeen, which is always a tough game for us at Pittodrie. So it's going to be a real fight.
Giovanni, you were looking for a reaction from your players tonight. Were you surprised that was the performance they gave you?
Well, I of course I expected otherwise, but it's as I said to the players, we are now in Champions League. I said, welcome to Champions League, because this is the level we are going to face. I remember my first game with Feyenoord against Juventus, my first taste of Champions League, against Zidane, against Del Piero, Deschamps, like the big Juventus team, and I was blown away of the level. I think we were 4-0 down after 20 minutes as well. So that was my first taste of Champions League, which I then knew, okay, this is the level I want to reach. So I have to work hard to get that level. And I know in the next games, this is expected in Champions League. And that experience my players had the same today. So they will have to take the experience for the next game, because Champions League is the toughest competition in the world, and so we're gonna face the best teams in Europe. We want to be in this competition, but it's very tough.
Hi, Coach. With due respect to the boys you paraded tonight, going by the outcome and performance of the team, do you agree that the club is yet to replace the Nigerian trio of Leon Balogun, Joe Aribo, and Calvin Bassey?
I didn't understand your question. I'm sorry.
Do you agree with me that you're yet to replace the Nigerian crew of Calvin Bassey, Leon Balogun, and Joe Aribo?
Well, we changed them for other players. I mean, of course, I wanted to love to have Calvin in the back today, but we sold him for so much money. I mean, it's players go and players come. It's I guess you are from Nigeria, and they are good players. So, but unfortunately, they're not playing for us anymore.
In Dutch or English? Ja, in Nederlands kan ook. Ja, dit was niet de bedoeling, Gio, vandaag. Eerste helft ben je bijna ook suf gespeeld, toch?
Ja.
Waarom is het zo moeilijk grip te krijgen op het spel van Ajax?
Nou, je ziet de kwaliteit die ze hebben. Met spelers die balvaardig zijn. Berghuizen, Tadic, Bergwijn, noem ze maar op. Dus we wisten dat het moeilijk zou worden deze wedstrijd. Ook de kwaliteit die Ajax heeft. En ik denk dat we daar in de eerste helft niet goed mee omgingen. In de tweede helft beter. Dat we meer vanuit de zone gingen verdedigen. En je ziet in de eerste helft de ruimtes die je laat. Ja, die benutten ze gelijk met de kwaliteit die ze hebben. En dat deden we in de eerste helft niet goed. En het kwaliteitsverschil was gewoon te groot.
Gio, je hebt nu in 2 weken tegen PSV gespeeld waarin jullie het heel goed deden en nu tegen Ajax. Wat is nou het grote verschil tussen die 2 clubs in die 2 wedstrijden? Hoe heb jij dat ervaren?
Nou, ik denk dat wij tegen PSV een hoger niveau haalden. Zeker in de uitwedstrijd. Het verschil met PSV is denk dat Ajax wat sneller druk zet. Wat balvaardiger is aan de bal als team. Meer beweging heeft. En ook een team is dat al jaren op Champions League niveau meedoet. Maar echt meedoet ook met de grote teams. En dat is natuurlijk een groot compliment voor Ajax. En dat verschil zag je vandaag ook. Het verschil in niveau, in tempo. Wat mijn spelers niet gewend zijn. En dat heeft ons zeker ook in de eerste helft de wedstrijd gekost met 3 goals in 35 minuten.
Final question for Jane, please.
Giovanni, can I ask you, do you still have confidence in this squad, and what can you do to try and lift them? Because that clearly has to be done now, doesn't it?
Well, I think that's obvious. I mean, to have 2 defeats against Celtic and Ajax, two times 4-0, it's a heavy loss, and you know we have to bounce back. It's not easy, of course, because the knock we had on Saturday and today again. It's not going to be easy, but it's the only thing we can do. And Saturday is going to be a big game for us because it's a tough away game again at Pittodrie. So we have 2 days to prepare. You know, there's sometimes in football you taste victory and success, and sometimes you taste defeat, and also you feel very low. But for me, when I have those moments in my career, but also as a coach, those are the moments I want to fight even more, and that's what I expect from my players as well. To get out of this 2 defeats and to be successful on Saturday against Aberdeen.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.